bringing you a La Palma update Sunday, September 19th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time 2021. 40 minutes ago, La Palma in the Canary Islands began erupting. La Cumbre Vieja volcano is erupting for the first time since 1971. As predicted, right on time. I went to sleep after the last update here as this angle was increasing, and we said that when it reached the surface, like it did over the last 6 hours, it's boom time. And it certainly was at La Palma. Now, the inflation overnight, while I slept, much needed, had increased dramatically, almost 50% more inflation just overnight. More inflation up here in the northern portion, the more populated area of the mountain. But that's not where the eruption took place. It took place here in the dark red area where most of the inflation has been occurring. And I want to bring you guys over to Volcano, which is the Canary Island Volcanology Center. Real quick, we'll cover what happened in the last 6 to 10 hours seismically. You could see none of the small quakes on here at all. All of them very shallow, 2, 4, 1 kilometers, 2 kilometers at depth, and all above 2 magnitudes. So we have 2.2, 2.7, 2.3. And these are kicking off at intervals of every few minutes. And the activity has moved to the north. Now we're about to get to some of the eruption footage. And here is the first footage of the first vent opening up since 1971. Take a look.
Chicos, acaba de entrar en erupción. No me lo puedo creer. Llama a Claudia. Llama. Mierda, gríbalo.
Now, based on the size of the trees and the size of this vent, this looks like a small event, maybe a VEI1. This is only moving several hundred feet into the air, maybe about 1,000 feet total. So far, that's what we see. This is the initial vent and the release of pressure on the edge of the volcano. Now, a couple things you also want to see is that this is not in a very steep area and it's not near the ocean. The possibility of landslide here is 0. But this is just the beginning of a potential flank eruption, which may open up in a different spot.
No me lo puedo creer. Llama a Claudia. Llama. Mierda, gríbalo todo.
Another observation you want to make here is that there's very little wind or weather happening here. As this goes up, the material in it is going to come right down. And I don't know if you can see all these houses here, but there are going to be some people getting covered in ash this afternoon.
No me lo puedo creer. Llama a Claudia. Llama. Mierda, gríbalo todo.
So again, if you're just joining us, the volcano on La Palma, Cumbre Vieja, has erupted for the first time since 1971, as predicted. Now we're going to leave you links to all of these resources to go get them yourself. What has also happened, and Canary Islands were initially reporting on it. So what first occurred was a fire in the region. So a fissure opened up, some lava spilled out, and the forest lit on fire. This happened before the first boom. And then after the fires, boom. So the fire's happening in this region, followed by the boom. That's just the blow up of the region. And so this is all breaking news just in the last few minutes. And we'll get to that. But here again, I dropped a pin here on the location of that erupting region, which is now gone. Somewhere right there. Oops. And if you guys want to follow this in real time, check out Volcano, where they're actually out there monitoring the volcano. The most recent tweet coming just 15 minutes ago is a seismogram of the actual eruptive event. And you can see here when it began. Now it's been ongoing for 10, 20, about 30 minutes. This is when the major puff occurred right here in the blue. So that gives us 25 minutes of erupting so far. And this could be ongoing for days, if not longer. And here we have some more. The eruption just beginning in La Palma. These images have been recorded by Volcano personnel. And so after that initial blast, it's calmed down at that vent. So that's the first puff coming from the mountain. And luckily, it was a small one.
Chicos, acaba de entrar en erupción. No me lo puedo creer. Llama a Claudia. Llama. Mierda, gríbalo todo. Chicos, acaba de entrar en erupción. No me lo puedo creer. Llama a Claudia. Llama. No me lo puedo creer.
So as this event is unfolding, we're going to be keeping a close eye on it. Hope you got something out of the video.